Hi girls, good morning to my channel Mathematics Made Easy. Welcome to all of you. And for today's session, we are going to be covering the lesson of circles. So we are going to be doing for grade 9 and for grade 10 this topic of equation of circles. So the learning objective of the session today are to learn how to write the equation of a circle that will be in the standard form, and then finally you will be solving problems on the equation of circle, and you will also learn in the session how to graph the equation of the circle. So let's get started. So first of all, let me give you the formula for equation of a circle in standard form. So as you can see, this is the circle, the blue circle that you see with the center at this point, which is denoted by h comma k. So the center of a circle has the notation, the point I'm taking C, as h comma k. So the x coordinate corresponds to small h, the y coordinate corresponds to small k. Now the equation of a circle you can well define if you know the center and if you know the radius. So the radius of this circle is defined by this small r, and it is the length of the line segment joining the center to any point on the circle. So if any point P is on the boundary of the circle, on the circumference of the circle denoted by the point x comma y, then CP is equal to r, which is the radius here, and this length of the line segment CP or your radius will give you the equation of the circle in standard form. So you will be given the center of the circle in the question, you will be given the radius, and you have to put them using this formula in the standard form. So this is the formula that you should all remember, x minus h. So you are subtracting the x coordinates. So x is any general point, h is the center. So x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. This is the standard form of equation of a circle. It's also known as the center radius form because these are the two things we are using for writing this equation. The derivation of this formula has come from Pythagoras theorem, where you have the distance formula and you are taking the distance between the points C and P. So now I will show you how we can solve one question. This is example 1. Write the equation of the circle with the center. So center is given, as I told you, this point is, for example, C, negative 2 comma 5. So if you compare C, H comma K, the coordinates of the center, with C, negative 2 comma 4, you know your H is negative 2, the X coordinate, and your K, the Y coordinate, is 4. Also, you are given that the circle passes through this point. So any point P, which is x comma k, is negative 6 comma 7. So now, as you saw in the figure in the last slide, that CP will be the radius. So you can use the distance formula to find the radius. That will be the distance between these 2 points. So just subtract the x coordinate. You have h comma k already. You have the next point x comma y as negative 6 comma 7. Put them, so negative 6 subtracted with negative 2 will give you negative 6 plus 2 whole square plus 7 minus 4 whole square. So these are the 2 points x1, y1, x2, y2 that you've used to find the radius. So when you take square root, it is plus 5. Radius, remember, is a distance, so it is going to be positive. Next step, you use the equation which I told you should learn, that is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is r square. This is the equation of the circle in standard form. H, as you can see in the beginning of the question, is negative 2, k is 4. So just do substitution at this step to put the values, and your radius is 5. So the final equation of the circle in standard form is x plus 2 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square equal to the radius square, which is 5 square, or 25. So that's your final answer. I would want you girls to try question number 2. This can be your own homework. You can try it out, and I've given you the final answer should come out to be x plus 3 whole square plus y plus 5 whole square equal to 34. Please try this question with all the steps that have been shown in this slide. Okay, so let's try now a different kind of question. This is an extra example that I'm covering with you. Here, the center coordinates are not given to you. As you can see, the graph is given and you are given the two endpoints Q and R. Now, I hope you are able to identify that QR passing through the center. Somewhere center is here. Center is the middle point of this diameter. So QR is the diameter of the circle. Okay, the coordinates of Q is given, the coordinates of R is given. So you can very easily find the length of QR also, which will be the length of the diameter. And I hope you remember that diameter of a circle is 2 times radius. So from there you would get your radius. Now what about center? Think about how to get this center. Now this center is going to be the middle point of the diameter for sure. So we could say that the coordinates of the center you can get by applying the midpoint formula to get the middle number here for Q and R. So if your Q, let's write the value is 0, 7, your R coordinates are 0, 1, then the coordinates of the middle point or the center will be, this is the formula, let me give you midpoint formula first. You just add them and divide by 2. So let's do that. So x1 is 0, 0. So definitely middle point is 0. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the coordinates of the center are going to be 0, 4. You can put the values here. Now comes the radius. So for radius, you need this length. Now, even without going for the distance formula, just by looking at the graph and looking by the coordinates of these 2 points, we can identify what is going to be the diameter. So one method, you can count the squares 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So therefore, your radius is going to be half of that, 3. That's one way, looking at the graph. Second way, look at the x coordinate, both are 0. Look at the y coordinate, one is 7, one is 1. So subtract 7 minus 1, that is 6. So this whole length is 6. And therefore your radius is 3 units. Okay, so there's a part B to that question also. Again, it's a multiple choice, A, B, C, D, 4 options. And from part A of the question that you solved in the previous slide, you got your radius as 3 units and you got your center as 0, 4. So let's write the equation of the circle. So x minus h, the difference of the x coordinates, difference of the y coordinates, add them both, square, that is equal to radius square. So how much is your h here? It's 0. How much is your y? Center, k is 4 and your radius is 3. So 3 square. So this gives you x square plus y minus 4 whole square equal to 9. So I hope you are able to find which one is the correct answer, A, B, C or D. So yes, you're right. The answer is D. So this is how you do a multiple choice question based on equation of a circle. Okay, now this is a question which I want you to try yourself. And it's a multiple choice question. So A, B, C, D, you have to tell me the correct answer. Center is given h comma k as 7 and k is 4. So h and k you have. It passes through another point. This is say p x comma y. So you need to find two things. The center is given h comma k. So just find the distance, that will give you the radius. So let's find the radius as equal to the difference of these 2 points. So 9 minus 7 whole square plus 8 minus 4 whole square. So this is coming from the first step of the example 1 that we had done today. So 9 minus 4 is 2 square plus this is 4 square. So this gives you 2 square is 4, 4 square is 16. So your r square is 20. But you need what? You just need the radius. So it is going to be positive square root of 20. Now let's put in the formula x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is r square. So your h is 7, so x minus 7 whole square plus y minus k is 4 and your radius square already you know is 20. So this is going to be the right answer. Let's see which option gives you the correct one. So definitely it is the option number C. Okay, now we're moving to another example. This is very important example and this is a different kind of questions. It can come for a long question, free response for like 5 to 6 marks for your exams. Let's see how we solve this. So in this one, the equation of the circle is already given, as you can see. And you need to find the center, that's one thing. Then you need to find the radius, and then you finally need to do the graph. So three things you need to do. And if you observe the equation which is given, the original equation in the question, this is not at all in standard form. So we want to first convert it into this standard form, the equation which we have already discussed, so that we are able to identify the center h comma k and the radius r clearly. So that will give you the first answer. So now in order to convert this given equation which is given in the question to you into the standard form, we are going to be following some steps which are very important, and the steps which are going to be we are going to be following is called completing the squares method. So I want you to pay attention, understand this method, and this method is also going to be useful for you when you do equation of parabola. Okay, so first we isolate the x and the y variables separately. So x square will be combined with negative 8x, y square will be combined with plus 2y. So we take them together and we move the number on the other side. So isolate and group the like terms. Step 1. Next step, you need to complete the square. So you need to take the help of algebra. So either you will take a minus b whole square, or you will use a plus b whole square. So I hope you remember the expansion of these two. It is a square plus b square minus 2ab and a square plus b square plus 2ab. So remember, when it is negative, the product gets negative sign. When it is positive, the product gets positive. So let's use this algebra. So we are going to be now adding here plus 16 on both sides. And why we do that? So that we are able to complete the square for the first term. So x square minus 8x plus 16, when combined together using this identity which I just mentioned for you, a minus b whole square will give you x minus 4 whole square. And why we added 16? Because 4 square is 16. So we are adding on both sides. It will not change the inequality. Similarly, we are now completing the square for y. So y square plus 2y plus 1 here plus 1 here. So again, when we add same number on both sides of equation, it will not change. So this gives you y plus 1 whole square. And on the right, these numbers that you have, if you simplify, it is giving you 9, which is again a perfect square of 3. So now you have something, let me highlight it with yellow. This equation, finally, that one that you've got after doing all these steps, is something similar to your standard form of equation of circle. So now I want you to compare x minus 4 whole square. So that tells you your h is 4. If you see and identify h, k and r correctly, the question is done. So h is 4. Compare your y coordinate. So this is negative times negative 1. So that tells you k is negative, which is negative 1. And on the right, it already is a perfect square of 3. So radius is 3 units. So center, you have got h comma k as 4 comma negative 1. And radius you have got as 3 units. So now you can easily graph the question. Go to the coordinate plane. Horizontal is x, vertical is y. Your h is 4 plus 4, so you will go on the positive side of the x-axis. Mark 4. Y or k is negative 1, so go down on the negative y-axis. So this is the center point. Now radius is 3, so you go 1, 2, 3 units up this point. 1, 2, 3 units right this point. 1, 2, 3 units left this point, and 1, 2, 3 units down this point. So these 4 points, join them with a circle after you plot the 4 points, and those are 3 units from the center. So that's the sketch of the circle, that's the graph of the circle, and that was the last thing asked here. So long question, very important, and it will come for 5 to 6 marks. Similar question here, which is in not in standard form. So if you look at this equation, the numbers here are different, but you will use the same method. You will convert in step 1 by completing the squares. So you convert it into the standard form, x minus h whole square, y minus k square equal to 5 square. So here your h comma k center comes out to be negative 4 comma 7, and your radius comes out to be 5 units. So you need to do the same thing, center radius, and then finally graph. So just another example, numbers are different, but method of doing the question is same. So after you have identified your center and radius correctly, and you know that h is -4, k is 7, and r is 5, you know the coordinates of the center and you know the radius. You also in this step know the standard equation of the circle and how it can be written and converted to this form. Now last step is left, which we will do in the next slide, and do the graph. So because your h was negative, it means on the left side of the x-axis, your k was positive, so upwards on above the x-axis. So -4, 7, this is the center. Again, because your radius here is 5, so you will go 5 units up, down, left, right. Have these points A, B, C, D, the 4 points, or let me make it Q. Yeah, A, B, Q, D, 4 points. Join them with the circle, and that's how your graph will look like. In order to check your solution, you can also do it online on Desmos, put the equation, and you will get the graph.